Hey guys, it's Rahel here, and today, I have bad news, guys. I can't go to my videos to over 20 minutes long, or else it's going to be deleted. So I'm sorry, guys. Now let's continue. So yeah, Izumi and Ida were walking to the UA entrance exam. Izumi, CL, and Ida were walking to the entrance exam, and Ciel and Izumi requested for them to be in the same area, but only them two, because they're going to start a full-on war. And they put their quirks as a name so that the teachers would be surprised. So yeah. So they requested that, and Niue granted it because they got paid too by their parents. So yeah. They went and they knew all the basics in the UA entrance exam, and they passed easily in the written part. It only took them about 15 to 20 minutes, and they went to the war zone that they're going to do. And the UA teachers were looking at them, and they began to start. But first, they asked for a couple of minutes so that they could adjust, which they said yes to. So CL made a big army full of archers, healers, mages, knights in shining armor, and horses. Two extra ones for him and Izumi. So I forgot to mention, but Izumi's full name is Izumi Elizabeth Midoriya. So yeah, that's going to be her name, Izumi Elizabeth Midoriya. So, Izumi, if I say Elizabeth or Izumi, they're just the same person. So, Elizabeth and CL were creating a full-on army. Elizabeth was making them armor and stuff. Literal armor, swords to swap in the metal. And she gave some armor to CL too, and yeah. And guess what? For props, CL and her were wearing this. But imagine CL wearing a boy version of this, okay? Imagine CL wearing a boy version of this, while Izumi is wearing this. Imagine that, okay? Teachers were wondering why were they wearing that, and once the gate opened, they saw Elizabeth and CL in the front on their horses, and Elizabeth and CL sang in synchronization, "Charge forth!" And they all began slicing and dicing all the robots. It looked like a full-on war there. The teachers and Nezu were so surprised that they're actually pulling a full-on war here. Elizabeth's doing those Mulan stuff from the real-life movie of Mulan. So, yeah. Ciel's quite better in using swords because he trained with Elizabeth. And yeah. Their knights had reflecting shields. They had piercing swords. It can pierce through anything, and if it pierces through something, it explodes or turns to dust. So yeah. They also have armor that had protection and yeah. It protects them from laser beams, from robots. Also says if there's danger around, so they could dodge and yeah. They're actually wearing that So CL and Elizabeth are taking charge in war. The teachers were still and Nancy looked at their piles to see what their quirks were. Now because their family actually sent their Ciel's parents and their quirk so that they won't get confused. So I'll change the name of Ciel's quirk. It's gonna be called oh shoot, I already forgot. It's gonna be called what should it be called? I forgot about it. Oh yeah, it's called Pocket Warriors. Basically, he can pull out anyone who can serve him, like living things that can serve him, okay? So yeah. Well, and they read the description and said that the CL can create and summon any living thing that serve him and help him and stuff. So yeah. And they read Elizabeth's file. They saw that her quirk is called Enchanted Blacksmith. She can create or forge any weapons or armor she desires, and she can enchant them with powers given to the user or to the sword. We can actually have water breathing and sun breathing here. Yay! So they were watching this whole mayhem of war. It looked like a big war. And Midnight was thinking. Said this. No wonder they wore general uniforms or armed general uniforms. They're legit starting a full-on war. They're starting a full-on war. As Power would say, how are you so calm about this? This is legit a fudging war. As Isaiah would say, I would like them to be my students. They already have reached almost their max potential, but I hope that I can make it better. As Principal would say, yes, indeed, they have a lot of potential in there. And we might make them as weapons to get All for One. They know that All for One is alive because they didn't find the body, so the theory is concluded that All for One is still alive. So yeah. So as I said, it's actually pretty good. We actually have some fire to throw back at All for One. And plus, if we have any villain attacks, this would be really good for the side of UA. As the other agrees, saying yes. Yes, indeed. And then, then they looked back at them, and Paraloader said, that Ciel kid legit summoned a dragon! Look! As they already saw a dragon forming, an orb forming into a dragon, and legit shooting fireballs at the robots, but don't worry, it's not even causing any property damage. That's really surprising to the teachers. Because Ciel learned how to control his power and cause less property damage. So yeah. They were all staring because this is a full-on war. Let's say the recommendation students were there with them. And Todoroki and Momo. And all the other people who got recommended there were all shocked because these two people, are pulling a full-on war against the robots. Let's see how the students who are done were watching this too, and Eden would face palm because he knew this was going to happen. He knew, and he's like, why can't those two just be normal? Why can't those two just take this exam regularly? They're pulling off a full-on war. As they would stare at Ida and say, you know them? As Ida would say, yeah, we go to the same school. We're in the same class actually. They're really smart and they like to go on the roll of things, and they like to make, and Elizabeth kind of likes to make jokes or some stuff. Cielo trying to follow her lead, and yeah. Sia wouldn't always follow her lead, but he thought it was and I can't believe they did this. This is the most ridiculous thing they did all year. And they were asking, wait, that's the most ridiculous thing they did all year? He said, yeah. Can't you see them? They're legit they're legit looking like generals of the army that CL had made. And Elizabeth made enchanted weapons, which is destroying all the robots. Look, observe. When one of them hits the sword, when the sword hits, one of the swords of the other soldiers hit the robots, it disintegrates. Do you see a sword that can disintegrate people? And plus, that's obviously not really high tech. It's her quirk, enchanted blacksmith. As people say, oh snap! And that was the guy who summoned the whole army, CL. As he would say, yeah, they're actually an unstoppable team. They're actually an unstoppable team when it comes to it. Just imagine, he can summon dragons. He can summon any living thing that can serve him. Just imagine that. Imagine, he can make a fire-breathing dragon. And Elizabeth can legit make any weapon she so-called desires. And she can also enchant it to give her any power she wants. For example, she can legit make a sword that over a 5-mile radius, it can delete someone's quirk or quirks. As they thought, and the teachers thought to themselves, not the teachers who know Ultron, okay? They thought to themselves, that means if she can make a weapon that can eliminate can eliminate quirks in a 5-mile radius, that means she can eliminate all for one's quirks and he can finally be killed. It's what they're thinking. So All Might saw them as good contestants for One for All. So yeah. Then what happens? So yeah. That's what happens, and let's continue. People were watching in awe because some were watching in awe, some were watching in horror, some were watching like it's really cool because it looks like a full-on actual action movie. So yeah, after an hour, and let's also put some 0-point robots in there, but they always get eliminated by the Dragon, CL, or Elizabeth Slash. If you don't understand by a slash, Elizabeth talking of a little upgrade to the weapon, which is called Sword Slash. Whenever she slashes a sword, a big air current can come up. So yeah, shockwave would come up, and yeah, kind of like now in the what female Deku had Nezuko's abilities once. So yeah. Now let's pause the video for a second, and yeah, please subscribe to Anime Utopia. Anime Utopia consists of 5 different YouTubers: me, with Karma, Dino Ninja, Opoly, and Golden Reaper, what is formerly known as Web Slayer. So please subscribe to them, and also subscribe to Anime Utopia. I would really appreciate it. So yeah. I'm sorry guys, I can't really do that long videos anymore because if I do, that video would be deleted like the last one. I did a part 2 before this one, and that got deleted. Fudge movies end. So yeah, I clearly had a lot of space in my gallery. I had in my device. It had almost 800 MB. So yeah. So in short, CL and Izumi passed, and they got the letter. They don't even need a letter because they already know they passed. So yeah. Let's go to the first WA, shall we? Just kidding. Just kidding, we won't go to the first WA. I'm sorry guys, but I already planned on making the ship now. So, after the UA entrance exam, after a week of the UA entrance exam, this is the second week because the third week will be on the entrance exam. They also drew their hero costumes and sent it, okay? But their mother and father made it. Their parents made it, okay? Ciel's parents made his, and they both made their own hero costumes. So yeah, with the help of their parents. So Elizabeth is this one. This is Elizabeth's hero costume. So yeah, Ciel's is basically what he wears in canon, but Ciel's basically what he wears in canon, but he has pants. Okay, he has pants. So yeah, he also has a scarf. No, he doesn't. Ciel has what he usually wears, but instead, it's dark blue, no stripes on his vest, and he's wearing pants, not shorts. So yeah, because Ciel's now older, and so yeah. So what Elizabeth's wearing for her hero costume and Ciel's is basically what he wears in the anime Black Butler, but he wears his suit, but this time the vest is dark blue with no stripes, and he wears some pants. That's it. So yeah, that's it. So at that week, Ciel asked Izumi to go to the spot where they always read by in the park. So Izumi went there, and Ciel asked, "Okay, Izumi, I know I'm not really good with these all touchy feelings, but I like you, as in more just a friend, okay? I like you more as a friend, okay? You're the one who made me really happy. You're the one who made me smile. You're one of the best friends I have. Moreover, one of the only friends I have. You've always been the shine in my life, okay? And I want to be with you forever. So, will you please be my girlfriend and go on a date with me?" And Izumi would blush and said, "Of course," as she would hug Ciel, and Ciel would hug her back. Ciel would break the hug and say, "I'll pick you up at 5, okay?" As Izumi would say, "Okay," as they would run and prepare for the date. In Ciel's point of view, he ran to his parents' house and said, he told his butler to pick him up, and he got picked up. So Izumi called her butler, and she got picked up. And Ciel told his parents that he has a date, and that is Izumi. And they said, "Our ship has sailed." As they began celebrating, as Ciel said, "I had nothing to wear. Can you guys help me?" And Ciel would say, "Sure." As he'll help Ciel to wear, and Izumi would go to her dad and said, "I have a date with Ciel, Dad." And Hisashi would say, "That's great for you. Let's get the maids to help you." And yeah. So basically I had a date, and this is what she wore. So so this is her hairstyle. Imagine Izumi, but imagine this, but with blonde hair, golden blonde hair, and emerald green eyes. And yes, I didn't bother to edit it this time, so yeah. They had their little date. They went to a fancy restaurant. They ate, and They say their goodbyes and they had some fun and they went to a carnival. Let's restart that. She wore this. CL picked her up. She gone there. They went to a fancy restaurant. They ate and they went to a little carnival. They had so much fun and yeah. CL walked her home and kissed her on the forehead and say, "Bye, bye, princess." As Izumi would blush and say, "Bye, CL," as she went back to her house. As she walked back to her house, as she went into the gate of her house. So yeah, that's basically it. This is pretty mushy. So bye guys, make sure to like and subscribe and see you guys. This is for Ellie signing off. I might make another part today or whatsoever. So have a good morning, a night, have a good afternoon, have a good morning, afternoon or night, and goodbye.